So in verse 18 of chapter 2 in the Ashtavakra Gita, and the chapter is about the joy of self-realization. Janaka says, I am neither free nor bound. The illusion of such things has fallen into disbelief. So this is what we discussed today. To see that the reality of what I am, we cannot say any attribute free or bound. It is the illusion of this bondage and the freedom from it. The illusion of this has just fallen into disbelief. It's very important. You see? Disbelief means that it could still try to be sold to us. That you are free now or you are bound now. Some idea, some concept can come. But all of this is no longer believed in. Why? Because directly we have seen ourself to be that which cannot be bound. And that which cannot be bound, the concept of freedom does not apply to that one. So and this is the beautiful pointer that allow everything which presumes that you are this entity, which itself implies bondage, you see. Because entity implies limited. And this limitation is our idea of bondage. So this presumption of the entity must be allowed to fall into disbelief. Exactly what we are saying in Satsang. Don't believe your thoughts. Because it is only our thoughts which are telling us that we are limited, we are an entity, we are separate, we are bound, we need freedom. All of these ideas come only if the presumed entity, the presumed me, is given belief. So Janaka said the illusion of such things has fallen into disbelief. You see? And then he says, though I contain creation, it has no substance. What does this mean? Though I contain creation, it has no substance means it has no fundamental reality. Because the real must be that which is unchanging. I contain something. You see, where does it go when it is not there? It goes back into this. So consciousness appears and consciousness disappears. From what? From this awareness itself. Therefore, what must I be fundamentally? Consciousness appears and disappears. I must be this awareness. Whether consciousness appears as an aspect of myself or not, I remain this unchanging awareness. You see? So when the sage says, then the sage Janaka now says, though I contain creation, it has no substance. It means it is not separate from the reality of what I am. It is fundamentally still awareness itself. There is no separation that ever happened. Then in verse 19, he says, having seen for certain that this universe and body is without form or substance, I am revealed as awareness alone. Imagination has no place here. Same thing, having seen that for certain that this universe and body is without form or substance, implying that it is not separate from the reality of what I am, although in its qualitative play, it can seem like it is real. I see the dissolution and the creation of this realm and that light from which this realm comes, which is consciousness itself. You see? Then I am revealed as awareness alone, because it is seen that this consciousness is nothing but this awareness itself. That which comes from I and dissolves back into I must be I alone. That which comes from awareness and dissolves back into awareness must be made up of and continuing to be awareness alone. You see? Therefore, I am revealed now as awareness alone. Imagination has no play here. You see? You find that this play of consciousness, this world of appearances, this is what I say about the two A's, the big A awareness and the small a appearance. When I see that I am this awareness alone, I find that this imagery of these appearances have no place in the reality of what I am. It is just another coming and going. So the sage is sharing his revelations from that place of true seeing, where the play of light and sound, time and space starts to lose its value, its meaning, and has no place, has no relevance in the reality of awareness. Then verse 20, the body exists only in imagination, as do heaven and hell, bondage, freedom, fear. Are these my concern? I, who am pure awareness. So we discuss this, and maybe you can take this on to contemplate this. The body exists only in imagination, as do heaven and hell, bondage, freedom, and fear. Are these my concern? I, who am pure awareness. So sometimes just allow these words. All of you have this text now. Just allow us neutral, simple contemplation to happen on this without rushing to any conclusions. And then they will reveal their beauty on their own. If you're in a rush to understand or to counter in some way, then they are lost. Then you're just making concepts out of them. So use them as thorns to remove all our concepts. Allow them to do allow this as medicine to do its work. And then, after it has marinated for some time, then reveal what is it unfolding for you. My feeling is that you will find that the words of the sages are not at all different from your direct insights.